Welcome, Dominica. This is Kairi TV News. I am your presenter, Tonella Rivera. Here are the big stories making the headlines. DLP candidate for the Monjon constituency vows continued development for the area. A renewed call to end violence against women and girls. And JCI Dominica has elected a new executive. We will be back with details of these stories and more after the break.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kairi Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need. PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050. Kairi Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
Thank you for staying with us. DLP candidate for the Monjon constituency has promised continued improvements for the constituency should she get another term in office. Greta Roberts was first voted in as Member of Parliament for the Monjon constituency in the December 2019 general elections and is seeking another term to complete the many projects which have already started.
We still have so much to do, so much to be accomplished. Our new state-of-the-art health center has to be built. Our water supply under the DFID project, supplying water from Grand Fort to the neighboring communities of Monjon and Rivière Syrique, has begun and will certainly bring relief to all of us in this constituency once it is finished. Our farm access roads are getting the attention that they need, and already our farmers at Hote in Monjon can attest to this commencement. We will see the improvement of our sporting facilities across the constituency, improved access to our lake road, which will not only enhance our tourism product, but will serve as an alternative route for the residents of Grand Fort in the event of a disaster.
Ms. Roberts vowed to bring a transformation to the area should she be elected to serve as Member of Parliament for the Monjon constituency once more.
Attention must be placed on finding an alternate route for the residents of Monjon also, since the present main road has been compromised. In this new term, we will continue with the transformation of agriculture in our communities, with our assistance to farmers, promoting youth in agriculture, educational opportunities for our young people, to include the continuation of our youth skills programs, and renew our support for small business entrepreneurs who have demonstrated an added interest in agro-processing, beekeeping, and boat building.
In more top stories, a renewed call by organizations in Dominica to end violence against women. Dominicans are being called upon to play their part in breaking the silence and eliminating violence against women. Last week, the country joined the rest of the world in observing International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. The Girl Guides Association of Dominica recognizes violence against women as one of the most devastating human rights violations. President of the Dominica Girl Guides Association, Josette Serafin, says the association works actively to improve the lives and livelihoods of women.
This United Nations Declaration defines violence against women as any act of gender-based violence that results in or is likely to result in physical, sexual, or psychological harm or suffering to women, including threats of such acts, coercion, or arbitrary deprivation of liberty, whether occurring in public or in private life. The Girl Guides Association of Dominica stands firmly in support of this declaration and works actively to improve the lives and livelihood of women in Dominica and urges each one of us within our society to lend a hand.
On to other news, the United Workers' Party has defended its position on boycotting the December 6th general elections. Newly elected leader of the United Workers' Party, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, says the electorate of Dominica must know and understand the reasons for his party's boycotting the snap elections called for December 6th. Dr. Fontaine says the electoral reform process must be completed before the holding of the elections. The former senator says the UWP seeks to have the findings of an independent review of the electoral process in Dominica conducted by a prominent regional jurist, Sir Dennis Byron, in regards to the adoption of electoral reform laws passed before any fresh elections are held. Dr. Fontaine says in order that there be transparency in the process, voters must be issued voter ID cards and calls on government to ensure that these measures are in place before any new elections.
To the members of the United Workers' Party and the overwhelming number of Dominicans, resolving the issue of electoral reform is non-negotiable. After all, rectifying issues of a bloated voters list and the non-issuance of identification cards are the heart of our democratic system. We note that Sir Dennis Byron, who was appointed by the government of Dominica to review our electoral process laws, has completed his initial work and will shortly be providing the opposition and the government of Dominica with his draft report and a copy of the supporting draft legislation. We continue to urge the government of Dominica to urgently implement the required reforms and commit to the holding of fresh elections as soon as the process is complete.
Dr. Fontaine says the UWP is also calling on visiting election observers to take careful note of the circumstances under which these elections are being held.
In that regard, we call upon the election observers coming in from the Commonwealth Secretariat and the Organization of American States to take careful note of the vexing circumstances under which these snap elections are being conducted. An election process that is so deeply flawed and weighted in favor of the ruling party should never be considered as being either free or fair. Based on the current threat to our democracy, the United Workers' Party again calls on His Excellency the President to exercise his executive authority granted under Article 58 of our country's constitution, suspend his election writ, and postpone the holding of elections until such time that the electoral reform process is complete.
You're watching Kairi TV News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering. How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kairi Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need. PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050. Kairi Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
Welcome back. Officials continue to support communities affected by the November 6th trough system. Here is Nathaniel Dura with more.
Areas from the Kalinago territory to Dalis were adversely affected by landslides which damaged roads and homes, leaving one man dead. Castle Bruce, Saint-Sauvé, Good Hope and Petit Soufrière, the communities hardest hit by the heavy rains, have been promised continued assistance by the Dominica Labour Party. Speaking at a rally in Castle Bruce over the weekend, the leader of the Dominica Labour Party, Roosevelt Skerritt, reiterated that promise.
I am saying to you that I have already started the process of seeking to relocate and to build homes for you. We have already identified parcels of land, both what the government owns and what private people own. And the government, once you agree on the locations, the government will move with plans to build adequate homes for you in this constituency, ladies and gentlemen. And those homes will be built for you at no cost to you. And you can keep your home in Petit Soufrière, you can keep your home in Good Hope, and you can visit there from time to time, as the people of Petit Seven are doing.
As part of the support system, Mr. Skerritt reassured constituents that there will be income support wherever necessary for families in need. He said income support will also be provided for other categories of workers, including farmers and fisher folk.
The farmers who have been affected, we shall be there with you to ensure that your farms can be reinstated to the level it was prior to the trough. We are providing some temporary, some immediate support to you, to the farmers and to people who've been affected, the business people. And we'll also be providing a household income to you, the families of this constituency. But the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, the only party that can deliver that for you is the Dominica Labour Party. And we have a track record of delivering to the people of Dominica. When Maria hit us, everyone in this country said Dominica was finished. It'll take us more than 20 years to rebuild. But see where Dominica is, ladies and gentlemen, because, first of all, by the grace of God and on the efforts of the Dominica Labour Party.
To date, road access and utilities have been restored to the areas affected by the trough system. Nathaniel Durand, Kairi TV News.
And JCI Dominica elects a police constable as its 36th president. Here's Linda Martin with details.
President-elect of the Junior Chamber of Commerce, JCI, Michael Desbon, says he will seek to create sustainable income for the organization. He also plans to aggressively pursue a retention and membership recovery program. Mr. Desbon, a police constable by profession, was elected at JCI Dominica's annual general meeting and local elections over the weekend. The president-elect will also seek to align the organization's number 39 flagship project with that of JCI Rise initiative to establish a database of members highlighting their strengths and weaknesses, which would allow the organization to utilize member skills effectively and to increase engagement on a national level through twinning projects with other JCI organizations within JCI West Indies. Desbon called on all members to get involved in creating and promoting the JCI brand.
To pursue an aggressive retention and membership recovery program, to ally our flagship projects with JCI Rise Initiative, to create a database of membership and know their strengths and weaknesses, to utilize our membership skills effectively, to increase our effort on a national level for twinning programs, and to decentralize the recruitment drive for JCI Dominica. So some of the ways I decided to go through, a few of them is to sit down with myself along with the membership and analyze how well we can make JCI our household name actually in Dominica, and see what project or event we can adopt to make a daily income for JCI Dominica. Also analyzing our meetings with members one-on-one to find out what is their strength or what they can do, how their strength, their personal strengths can assist in developing JCI Dominica.
The new JCI Dominica Board of Directors to be installed in 2023 is President-elect Michael Desbon, Executive Vice President-elect Malon George, Vice President-elect Fael Lander, Vice President-elect Ron Williams, Secretary General-elect Jamari LeBlanc, and Treasurer-elect Shanika Bogart. Linda Martin for Kairi TV News.
You're watching Kairi TV News. Stay tuned for a recap of the headlines right after this.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kairi Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need: PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050. Kairi Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
To end the news, the headlines again. The LP candidate for the Monjon constituency vows continued development for the area. A renewed call to end violence against women and girls. And JCI Dominica has elected a new executive. Tune in to 107.9, 93.1, 91.1, and 88.7 Monday to Friday to catch our radio newscasts at 6:30 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. Go to Kairi TV on Flow Channel 953 to watch our TV newscasts Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. with repeats at 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Kairi FM. Check us out on Instagram at Kairi FM and follow us on Twitter at Kairi FM Dominica. Feel free to visit our YouTube channel to catch up on any newscasts you may have missed. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Donella Rivia. Thank you for watching.